What up, Ho Biscuits? It's your girl Skitten, back at it again. First and foremost, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are staying safe and sanitized. It has been 84 years since we have watched an ice cream sandwich video. It's been quite some time. I don't know how many of you guys are gonna get that reference because I don't know how many of y'all have seen Titanic. Incidentally, I have not seen Titanic. I've only seen the meme. Anyways, it has been a long time since we watched Ice Cream Sandwich. He is one of my favorite creators, and I don't know, I just like suddenly remembered that he existed because he's been off my like radar for a while. And I went and looked and he had some new videos, so I was like, yep, this is what we're doing today. This is what we're doing today. The title of this one is I Became an Italian Farmer, which actually, honestly, just sounds like so peaceful and like my dream life. So I'm a little bit jealous. And I'm excited to see what this video has in store for us today. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started.
So last summer, I kind of became an Italian farmer,
Okay.
unexpectedly. I am from
Pizza.
the city, and I don't really know anything about plants or animals. But this opportunity came about when I was talking to a friend who had another friend who had a farm in Italy. He was
Okay.
looking for people to farm sit while he was away.
How do I get a friend of a friend who has a farm in Italy who's looking for people to farm sit? How do you make those kinds of connections? Those are the kinds of connections that I need. Those are also probably the kinds of connections that require you to leave the house. But I'm willing to make that sacrifice.
So that his plants and animals don't die while he's gone, which makes sense. My friend just kind of passively was talking about this. I'm like, oh man, that kind of sounds fun. Well, if you want to come, feel free. You just got to get to Italy. This is something I never am going to do. I'm never going to have a farm.
Right.
I'm never going to invest in my own pigs or cows.
Right.
In this moment, I knew that I kind of had to say yes.
You do.
Because
You
I
do.
wanted to know
It's
what it's
a
like.
once-in-a-lifetime
Plus,
opportunity.
both my parents grew up on a farm, by the way. So I think I have a little farmer DNA in me. It called to me in some kind of way. So I took up the offer and I made my way to Italy. So I get there and here's the farm. The house, which is a large house, is situated here. There's a garage. There are 3 dogs, a bunch of chickens, a trampoline, goats, sheep, some pigs who are separated because of pig drama, a
Oh.
bunch of cats, and 2 roosters. So it was a full farm.
Yeah.
There was a lot to do. I didn't know how this was gonna go, because, again, as a city guy, the hard work I do is at a desk.
Did it stink?
Could I handle the work? Well, we got a stack of papers of things to do, which was generally like this. Feed the dogs, but separated, and keep an eye on Bo because he tries to eat others' foods. Feed the pigs, but water down their food into a slop, and keep an eye on the big brother pig because he likes to steal his little brother's food. The kitties need their breakfast, but only fill their food up until the bottom of the bowl is filled because they don't always eat the food from the day before.
Got
A
it.
cup of feed for the chickens and the roosters, scooch some hay for the sheep, the goats will just eat the grass outside. Then, finally, cut up some veggies from the garden and give it to everybody as a breakfast treat. I think this is really gonna work out because I get really stressed about traveling to places where I don't know the language. But in this situation, I'm on a farm with a great view, so I don't have to worry about stepping on any toes and I can just enjoy the beauty of Italy in the backyard of this small farm. But then I start to hear some yelling. Italian yelling. I look around and see it's their neighbor yelling at me, an old Italian woman. I don't know any Italian. I only speak American. So this made me kind of nervous.
Oh, no.
Does she think we're intruding in her neighbor's home? Is she gonna call the police? Will I get taken away? And what kind of punishments will they subject me to? Maybe they deport me. I don't know. Oh, what's that? You want me to talk about you some more? Well, only if you pay me, so... This video is
Alright.
sponsored by BattleCats.
I'm
Do you
dead.
have the capacity for enjoyment?
Please, give me peace.
Well, I got the game for you! BattleCats is a game where there are cats. You're their leader, and you're out to conquer the universe.
Okay.
What a normal game.
Right.
In BattleCats, you are to use your wide variety of cats in your cat army to face very normal-looking enemies that do not induce fever dreams. Maybe you will conquer the universe with this adorable little baby, or this adorable little baby. The choice is yours. BattleCats combat is easy to learn. You simply take over the world by having enough money, kind of like the real world.
Ha.
Once you have enough money, you get a cat, and you're off to the races. Meow meow, take this! Enjoy tons of seasonal stages and special rare capsule sets appearing into the start of the new year. And get some
Interesting.
awesome heroes for free with a Christmas gift or rare ticket on December 24th and 25th. Download
Oh, this is
BattleCats
the
on
old-ass
iOS
video.
or
I didn't
Android
realize how
free
old it
using the
was.
link in the description or this QR code. Unless you're watching this on a phone. You can't use it then. Then you have to use the description link. silly little man. Battle Cats, thanks for sponsoring this video. So this old lady was yelling something, and also her dogs were acting like they were ready to feast on my blood. I just kind of wanted to ignore it, but she persisted, and I can't really just sit there pretending like I don't hear anything.
I mean, you could. Let me tell you, you could.
Because you can definitely hear something. So I approach, and I'm like, hey, I don't speak any Italian. Oh. And she threw a fig at me. And I realized she was sharing her figs. Oh. She was still speaking Italian while I tried to catch all the figs. I thought, what am I going to do with all these figs? I've never even seen a fig that wasn't a fig Newton. But we were on a farm in Italy. We could use this in a delicious charcuterie board. So I said thank you, and she said something in Italian, and her dog said something that will probably get me demonetized, and we went our separate ways. And we set up to make a charcuterie board.
Yes.
The fig charcuterie board night was part charcuterie, part panic. Using the figs that we just got, we set up a delicious spread, many cheeses and crackers. We were just about to enjoy, but then Grace said there's something in the chicken coop. We had access to their security camera around the farm so that we can keep an eye on things when it's nighttime. And Grace saw that on the camera there was a non-chicken shaped entity in the chicken coop.
No,
we didn't want to lose any of the chickens, so we ran out to make sure everything was okay and it wasn't a threat. And it wasn't a threat. It was a little baby owl. We really freaked out that there was going to be like a bloodbath that we'd have to deal with. But it was okay, because the baby owl was just a little baby.
And so
he didn't want to hurt anybody, probably, maybe.
Now, I appreciate your skills as an artiste and an animator, but how dare you not include photos of the little baby owl? In fact, how dare you not include any actual photos in this at all? I know that's not your normal style, but still, I'm upset, and I would like to see them.
Owls even eat chickens? I don't know. He didn't run at all, and he was actually really sweet and chill. So that was nice. We took him out of the chicken coop, and we put him in the barn loft where there was a bunch of hay, and he could be warm for the night. So I'm thankful that everything worked out.
That's
but
cute.
The trip wasn't completely casualty-less. There was one day, while I'm working on the farm, I see what I thought was a cat in the distance.
Yeah.
It's kind of a weird-looking cat. This, I would later learn, was not a cat and was the cause of some actual chicken loss. When the night comes around, there's another checklist that we have to go through, and one of the tasks is counting the chickens.
Okay.
We counted the chickens, and there were not enough chickens. We looked for the chicken, and we could not find the chicken. Where was the chicken? We messaged the guy who actually owns the farm, and we're like, hey, we can't find one of the chickens, but the fence is completely closed in. Are we missing something?
Right.
He mentions that there has been a fox roaming around,
Oh,
and
no!
somehow probably got. Poor guy. Rest in peace,
God
little
damn it.
chicken. So time passes, and I see again, hey! That isn't a cat at all, that's a fox. We stare each other down, kind of like that scene in Fantastic Mr. Fox, except this fox was not fantastic, and I didn't like him at all. That night, when we're closing up, we count the chickens and stuff, and we all go to sleep. As I'm drifting off, the dogs start to go ballistic.
Get up, go.
It's the fox.
It is the
I am
fox.
filled with farmer's determination, and I snap from dreamland into 100% lucidity. I run outside and instinctively grab a pitchfork and sprint towards the chicken coop like RoboCop if he had a different, more rural line of work.
Were you going to stab the fox with the pitchfork? I don't think you understand how traumatizing that would be, friend. You would be upset afterwards.
Turn the corner and there, Mr. Fantastic himself. There was a fence between me and him. I was battle ready, but I couldn't get to him. So instinct set in, and I did what I could.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And the day was won. The fox was gone, and the chickens were safe. I think I actually did something there because after that night, he never came back. I also think I was ready to die because that night I dove headfirst into a fox fight with zero fighting experience for some chickens that I've only known for a couple of days.
Like, these are my
I
chickens.
probably would have gotten really hurt if there was not a fence there. So I'll just pat myself on the back and call it a win. The rest of the experience was great. Italy has pizza. I'm sure that some of you may know that. In one of my previous videos, I talk about how I dislike French fry pizza. Try to make it myself, tasted really bad. Not a good idea. But I had a couple of comments that told me in Italy, it is a thing. It's called American pizza and that I should try it. Well, I was in Italy. Guess what I ordered? American style pizza. And guess what? It was really good.
What?
I don't know how they pulled it off. Here, have a taste. Yeah. Tastes good. It's like Italians really know their pizza or something. Anyway.
Which is crazy because they didn't even have pizza until we brought over tomatoes from the Americas. So, like, how did you perfect something so quickly? How? Explain to me.
Was good. The dogs were lovely. The cats were chill. The goats took care of themselves. The sheep were super freaky. Beautiful scenery.
What do you mean?
The whole experience was great, and I would certainly go back. Thanks for watching. Thank you to Matt for animating. Matt had a big part of animating this video with me.
Thanks, Matt.
Everybody clap for Matt. Okay, clap for me. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks again.
What did Jeff Bush say? Please clap. That's what that moment was right there. That was such a cute little anecdote. I really enjoyed all of that except for the chicken murder. That was kind of sad, but also it was not anybody's fault, you know? Nobody could expect you to have known that it was a fox if you saw it from a distance. Now, if you saw it up close and you still thought it was a cat, then I know you a city boy, but sir, you ain't never even seen no pictures of a fox. But I will give you the benefit of the doubt and assume that you saw it from a distance and you were unsure. It was unclear, and that's not your fault. I think that he has like one other new video, so keep an eye out for me reacting to that. Super excited that he has some new content. I've missed this simplistic and wholesome content. I really have. And I hope you guys enjoyed it just as much as I did. Don't forget to leave your reaction requests and recommendations down in the comments below. And other than that, peace out, Hope Biscuits. It's Skittin' Lit.